It is a very busy day to spend some time with us this afternoon, and I think it will be a very interesting and informative panel that we have here today. My name is Mark Chestnut, and I'm a New York City-based journalist and founder of a website called LatinFlyer.com, and I also produce custom travel content for travel industry clients. And the topic of our panel today, as you know, is business travel transformation and the trends with millennial business travelers. And as you may already know, millennial is a word that gets used a lot, more and more nowadays, and it can be kind of a complex issue to understand and to know how it affects the way we do business. Luckily, we have a very expert panel here of people who have a lot of experience in the industry, and they're willing to share some of their thoughts and their expertise and insight into this interesting trend. So we're going to start by, I'll introduce each speaker one at a time, and they'll have a few minutes to make some opening comments, and then we'll go into a question and answer period. So if any of you have questions or answers, feel free to share and just take note of them in your mind, and you can let us know what your questions are after we've gone through the introductions. So first, we're going to start with Deborah Negrell. She serves as Vice President of Development for the Americas for MGM Hospitality, a joint venture between MGM Resorts International and the Hakkasan Group, excuse me. I'm doing my best. In her role, Deborah is responsible for leading all aspects of MGM Hakkasan Hospitality's development activities in the Americas related to the expansion of the Bellagio, Hakkasan, MGM Grand, and Skyloft brands. So, Deborah, why don't you start us off with some of your insight about the state of the industry and business travelers?
So, just to give you a little background, my company, MGM Hakkasan Hospitality, as Mark was mentioning, is a joint venture between MGM Resorts International, which is a very large casino company based in Las Vegas. Las Vegas, as you know, is a city that's been based obviously on gaming, but also on entertainment, food and beverage, nightlife. And so our company is really focused on those aspects in addition to hospitality. In fact, we think of ourselves as more of an entertainment company versus a hospitality company. The Hakkasan Group, when we joined ventures just in April of this year, started as a restaurant company and then expanded as a nightclub company. They opened about 2 years ago, pretty much the largest nightclub in Las Vegas. It's about 80,000 square feet. They paid over $140 million for it, but it's the nightclub in Las Vegas. To give you a sense of, you know, the fact that our brands are really more based on the entertainment side than on the hospitality side. So we are developing 4 brands, both in the US and internationally, including Latin America. MGM Grand, Bellagio, Skylofts, and Hakkasan. The MGM Grand is an upper upscale brand, very much based on entertainment and nightlife. You probably have seen a lot of the boxing matches are held in the MGM Grand. As I said, the nightlife is very active. Daylife, we have adult pools with DJs that's been, well, I guess they don't spin records anymore. I guess I'm dating myself. But they put music from like noon to 6 p.m. Before they move on to the nightclub scene. The Bellagio brand is more the luxury brand based on the Italian concept of living the good life, but it's also very much based on food and beverage and experiencing the good Italian life. Skylofts is also an ultra-luxury, top-of-the-world brand. It's 2-story lofts on top of the MGM Grand brand. And then the Hakkasan brand, we're in the process of defining it just because our joint venture was just signed a few months ago. All this to say that because we're more based on the entertainment side than really than the hospitality side in many ways, we probably fit in quite well with the millennial generation that's very much focused on experiencing new things all the time. So to give a little bit of the background on the psychographic of millennials and how they're affecting the hospitality industry right now, what we've seen, at least on my side of the hospitality industry, is the key thing is that they're the now generation. They want everything now at this moment, so there's no waiting. There's service has to be customized, but it also has to be done in this exact moment. There's no waiting for room service to pick up the phone. The valet people need to know your name when you arrive. The services have to be right on the spot. They're also very focused on social media, so as a company ourselves, we have huge team of people that keep following, Twitter, Facebook, TripAdvisor comments all the time to make sure that if there are any negative comments being posted that are taken in serious consideration and responded to. Because as a group, the millennials tend to be a lot more focused on what their peers are saying and what the reputation of the brand is. So that's really, for us, has pushed us to become even more attentive to that side of the business. And for us, it's actually even more difficult to do in many ways because, especially in Las Vegas, our properties are between 3,000 to 5,000 keys. So you can imagine the complexity of trying to keep track not only of all the comments, but also on a personal basis to make sure that we keep everybody happy and energized at all times. From a technology standpoint as well, I think the growth of the millennials has pushed us even further to make technological changes within such huge properties that we have. So we make sure that we have outlets, plugs everywhere. We make sure that we have media hubs in the rooms so that not only you can watch the streaming media on your TV, but if the customers come in with their own DVD players and Netflix accounts, they can plug in and see their own media that they've come with on the TV. From a design standpoint, because they're a younger generation, we try to be more attentive to having contemporary design. Even, for example, with the Bellagio brand, which is traditionally is a more traditional type of brand. If you've ever been at the Bellagio in Las Vegas, it was built on the La Veste kind of design. All our new hotels are going to be more on the contemporary side. So in general, I mean, I guess we'll go into more of the details as we go with the panel, but we're very excited about the fact that the millennials, by the year, I think 2030, they're going to surpass the baby boomers generation in terms of number of people and also in terms of spending power. As they grow older, they're going to have more and more spending power, so they're going to be a huge chunk of our brand. And that has really pushed us to innovate even more than we would otherwise. So I'll leave it at that, and I'm sure I will have plenty of...
That's a very good overview of how your company is approaching that market segment. So we'll definitely have some follow-up questions about that. So now we'll turn over the microphone to Mr. Mariano Porcel. Mariano is responsible for TravelClick in South America Southern Cone as sales director for Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Chile, Peru, Colombia, and Ecuador. Did I leave anything out?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So big
I used to
territory.
go Venezuela.
Okay. So as an experienced international hotelier and industry consultant, he's been providing advice to his clients on how to maximize their performance in electronic channels since 2000. So Mariano, what insight do you have to share with us about this market segment?
I will change to Spanish.
Okay.
That's great.
Tenemos traducción. We have simultaneous translation between both languages. So.
Okay.
Yes.
Bueno, gracias por invitarme y gracias por escucharme. Básicamente lo que se está viendo en los últimos 5 años con respecto al Millennial Traveler es el siguiente. Los hoteleros antiguamente tenían 3 tipos de pasajeros muy definidos. Tenían el pasajero corporativo, a que querían darle valores agregados como Wi-Fi, late checkout, y trataban de captarlo con distintas amenidades. Tenían el pasajero de turismo o de leisure, que era un pasajero que buscaba básicamente precio, era un pasajero que con valores agregados se lo podía conseguir. Y tenían el pasajero de congresos o convenciones o sociales, que era el de casamientos, bodas, congresos. Hoy el hotelero enfrenta un desafío, una nueva elite digital, que es el Millennial Customer. ¿Quiénes son los Millennials? Los Millennials son pasajeros que nacieron entre el año 77 y el año 94. En el 2030 van a representar 78 millones de pasajeros. Es el ciclo de vida más largo que se ha experimentado en la industria de la hospitalidad o del turismo como mercado potencial. Ahora bien, ¿cuáles son las características de estos Millennials? ¿Cómo puedo hacer yo para identificarlos? Son pasajeros que utilizan más de 2 dispositivos a la vez para buscar viajes. Cambiaron el comportamiento de compra. Antiguamente eran pasajeros que no comparaban. Estos pasajeros, los Millennials, son pasajeros que permanentemente están comparando precios y cada vez con más frecuencia. Son pasajeros que viajan 5 veces al año, el 78% de estos pasajeros quieren viajar a lugares donde los amigos han experimentado una buena estadía. O sea que no solamente hacen la parte de investigación y research, sino que también lo que ellos hacen es fijarse en experiencias anteriores. Por eso el perfil de huésped es muy especial, es un pasajero muy visual, es un pasajero que le interesa muchísimo la reputación del hotel, es un pasajero que no es leal a las marcas, es un pasajero que le interesan las marcas que los entretienen. Ustedes habrán visto que tuvieron mucho éxito marcas como W, marcas como Aloft, marcas como Renaissance, que tienen cierta perspectiva tipo trendy. Ese es digamos, el perfil del pasajero millennial. ¿Qué cambió? ¿Cuál es el paradigma? Un poco lo que Mark me pedía que hablara en el paradigma de la industria. ¿Qué es lo que está cambiando? Es un pasajero que no quiere trabajar en la habitación, por lo tanto busca un hotel que tenga un poquito más de atmósfera en el lobby. Obviamente tiene que tener una excelente internet. Y el pasajero millennial lo que cambió fue la mentalidad para la compra. Lo que está haciendo es encuentra en la internet un lugar fresco para encontrar experiencias de otros huéspedes y se basa muchísimo en videos. Google dice que para 2017 la experiencia en los videos va a ser más importante que las redes sociales, con lo cual yo le recomiendo muchísimo a los hoteleros que cuando escojan cómo diseñar un website, qué tipo de experiencia entregarle al huésped, sabiendo que es un huésped que va a entrar a la website desde 3 dispositivos distintos mínimo. La experiencia tiene que ser sin fisuras en cualquiera de los 3 dispositivos. Tiene que ser un pasajero al cual yo le cuento una buena historia. Tengo que encontrar la identidad de mi hotel, contar una historia. Esa historia tiene que ser relevante, tiene que ser atractiva, tiene que estar llena de experiencias y obviamente la tengo que compartir. No sé si voy bien con el tiempo. Antiguamente el plan de viaje, no sé si ustedes se acuerdan, el funnel, el cono de compra, que era Dream,